My name is Hardwick. I'm the Director of Endpoint Automation Services, and we are an IT software consultancy business. Primary use case for UiPath, as far as we're concerned, is the automation of repetitive manual processes within organisations. So our organisation uses it internally with our admin function, and our clients also use it, and we provide consultancy in that area for them. Well, I would say the most valuable features of UiPath are the scalability and the stability of the product, as well as the ease of use and rapid deployment. It's easy to learn, it's easy to get return on investment when using UiPath. As our company's grown, we've used it to automate our admin function, as I described before, so our own guys, timesheets, invoicing, expenses processes. But what we also see with our clients is that they are able to reduce headcount based on the fact that people aren't having to do mundane tasks anymore. We do work into clients as varied as Fujitsu, law companies, document management companies. These types of organisations really see the benefit through RPA and UiPath. We tend to see that clients tend to deploy a blend of the two. So the cost base across the two tends to balance out, because the unattended bots are the ones which augment existing processes and cherry pick out parts that a human still sits doing, whereas unattended bots add probably the more value in terms of removing the human element altogether. We find it absolutely superb. We've had excellent responses whenever we've had issues, either technical or around licensing. We tend to get a response within a matter of 2 hours, which is exceptional in the IT industry. You know, sometimes with the other companies we've dealt with, we might not get a response for 2 weeks. So they certainly rank extremely highly when it comes to support. It's extremely straightforward. Complexity around setup tends to come when implementing the orchestrated product and deploying live robot estates, managing those. But again, it's not, I wouldn't describe it as a complex activity whatsoever. In terms of setting up and actually developing, that takes a matter of minutes. Well, certainly in the latest release, we're looking to roll out one of the major things that we've been looking forward to is around project dependencies. Previously, it's not been possible within the product to take a reusable element and deploy it as a library-based piece of content. That's now been shipped within the product. So we're extremely excited about seeing that in there, because from our point of view, where we've got many clients, that reusability of our own intellectual property across them is going to, really see some benefits for us. From our own internal point of view, I wouldn't say we have hard and fast ROI in terms of cash, because it's simply freed up our admin resource to be doing, more interesting things, shall we say. But I would say that once we had implemented that, we saw the return in a non-tangible sense within a month. I would say it's eliminated human errors probably by about 60%. So I would say it's slightly disingenuous for me to put a fixed amount of time on, because as I said, our company's growing, so the amount of time is flexible over the course of the piece. But I would say in terms of our own internal organisation, it's probably reduced the amount of time spent doing admin activities from a person's point of view by about 50%. We did do some competitive analysis. Our company, from a service that we provide to our clients, is a pure automation consultancy. So we have a long history in enterprise-wide, what we might call more API-style technologies. We really pumped for UiPath because of the way that they engage with us when we engage with them, and the ability to get the free training was a big thing for us when we're moving across to a new technology. Certification, those were big factors in us moving towards that. I would say 9. I think the rapid deployment and the scalability are huge features. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is when it comes to bugs in the product, we don't necessarily get fixes through until the next release. So there's not always a maintenance fix released. So if that was the case, then I would give it a 10. But in fairness, the product releases, I think they've released 3 versions already this year and a 4th one coming. So it's not a huge detractor.